Hello everyone, I am Siddharth Mehta, mentor at Career Launcher, and today I have with me Adyasha Syam. She has secured All India rank 13 in the AILET exam. Just last week the exam happened, and yesterday the results were out. And Adyasha has secured All India rank 13. She is from Bhubaneswar, currently in class 12. She has taken humanities as her stream and she wants to become a lawyer. Let us talk more about why she wants to become a lawyer and how did she prepare for the AILET and of course the CLAT exam also. So welcome Adyasha.
Good evening, sir. Nice to be here.
Yeah. Right. So when the results of AILET were out yesterday, so were you expecting All India rank 30?
No, sir. I actually wasn't even expecting the results to come out yesterday. We all thought it would be Sunday or even Saturday, so that was the first shock. And second, after CLAT, I really did not know what to expect, so I just kept my mind blank and checked the result. 13 was something I did not expect at all. Honestly, I thought I would be lucky if I got into top 50.
Okay, great. So so you said that after CLAT you did not expect much. Why so? What happened in the CLAT exam? Your rank is decent. 400 rank is not, I mean, it's good rank. Obviously not good to take you into top two, but now you will be in a college which is equivalent to top two only. Yeah. So what happened in the CLAT?
So I think with CLAT, it was the fact that the paper was so easy. There was no differentiating factor except logical. And when I
Okay.
came to
Mhm.
logical, I got too scared about negative marking, so I did not attempt a lot of questions, and that brought my rank down a lot. Like I thought I got a good score, but then I realized everyone got a good score. So that was my blunder,
Okay.
the strategy at that moment.
But one thing that all of us should note is that you did not let what happened in CLAT affect you for long because you performed well in the AILET exam, and that is very very important for all the aspirants to note that your one day may be off. That doesn't mean that you have the rub off effect of that one off day to the other exams. Excellent, Adyasha. Now let us talk. We talked about what happened recently. Let us go back and talk about how did it all start. Why did you think about law? Choosing law in your class 11th, and was humanities because of the fact that you wanted to pursue career in law, or humanities happened and then you thought that okay, let me take law?
No, so it was the other way around. Like, from the minute I knew what streams were, I knew I wanted to take humanities. So from that, I started narrowing down to a few options. I thought I could pursue political science or psychology or even law was a very good option. And then I realized through my extracurriculars that I love debating, I loved elocution competitions, and I participated a lot in them and MUNs and stuff like that. So I thought maybe I find law interesting, maybe this could be a good option. And once I started researching, I thought that yes, this is the perfect fit for me. So I think it was in class 10 that I really narrowed down on law as a career.
So when did you start your preparation?
So in class 11, I wasn't very serious. I was an online student, so I could not attend all the recordings live, but I watched all the videos and I took notes and everything. But my actual preparation, mostly GK, started in class 12. I took all
What
the
did you
marks
mean
later.
by you were not very serious in class 11?
So I just watched all the recordings of our classes and I
Okay.
took some notes and everything, but I wasn't like practicing every day, every passage, or I wasn't really analyzing my mocks properly. It was only in class 12 that I realized what I had to do. For GK, obviously, there was nothing much to do in class 11, so I started that properly in class 12.
Great.
But after talking to a couple of my friends who were also taking CLAT, in class 12, I really narrowed down on my preparation strategy.
Okay. So class 12 means in the month of maybe around April, May, we are talking about April, May 2023.
Yes, so March, April. After my
March,
class 11
April.
finals, I really narrowed down.
Yeah. So there are two things that I will like to bring under notice everybody who is watching this video. One, joining classes doesn't mean that your preparation is started. I mean, it is one part of it, but until unless you get serious about the things and prepare on your own, the preparation never gets started. The second thing is that even 6 to 7 month preparation, good solid preparation is good enough to get you a very good rank and very good college. We will talk more about preparation now. Adyasha, so how did you prepare? What were your strong areas in the CLAT and the AILET exam. I mean, both the exams in a way they test the same skills, reading and reasoning skills, right? So, what were your strong areas?
So first, I'd like to start with my weak area, which was GK, because I did not know where to start, honestly. But
Okay.
English was always my strong area. I was not too worried about that for either CLAT or AILET, and I did not practice much for that. I have a strong maths background, so that was not a problem for me in CLAT, and I enjoyed AILET's analytical reasoning. So I used to do some sums every day, and that was it. Logical was the real nightmare for me, and I think it was around August this year when I realized that this is a problem, and that's why I joined your CR Nuggets course, and that really helped me realize what I was doing wrong, how to analyze each question, how to eliminate the options. That was the main thing I learned, the elimination strategy.
Right. So, English, maths, you were good. Logical, you joined the program and you got something. GK, how did you prepare for GK?
So actually, one of my other friends in my school, she's in my class, Poorna Mishra. So she and I started this document where we would give one of the CL mocks and we would see all the topics in GK and we would make our own notes on it. So I think that document has around 120 topics now. So we would just keep adding on to it, updating, and then we created another document with random topics which did not come in our mocks. And of course, I was reading the monthens, the weekly monthens, the monthly monthens. I made newspaper notes. I read all the daily GK notes. So Career Launcher really helped me with GK. I don't think I would have managed that alone or without my study
So,
partner.
this is one thing common that I have heard from the students. Manthan has helped them immensely. I mean, I think I'm taking this fifth, sixth interview, and all the students have said that GK Manthan, and the master stroke sessions. Right, great. So, let us talk about the mocks, and particularly let us talk about the A-late mock. Now, this is one exam, and I'm sure it would have happened with you also, that often students this exam takes the back seat when the students prepare because entire focus is on the CLAT exam. So how did you manage the CLAT and the AILET mocks both? I mean, when did you start taking the AILET mocks?
So I think our first AILET mock was sometime in June, if I'm not wrong. So I just took all the mocks
Yes.
as they were scheduled in the CL schedule.
Correct.
In the
So I
end, in November,
yeah, you used to get the AILET mocks also, one AILET mock, one CLAT mock. Towards the end, it became like that.
so in the end, I gave up on all the AILET mocks. I took exclusively CLAT mocks for the whole of November. And that 1 week between CLAT and AILET, I gave only AILET mocks, the ones I'd missed.
Great. No, I would have loved to talk about that 1 week. The CLAT is over, and students they anticipate their result. They are anxious about their performance, and then 7 days down the line, we have this another exam. So, two things: how did you maintain your temperament in those 7 days, and what were the things that you focused upon?
So CLAT was a complete surprise. I don't think any of us had expected a paper like that. So I knew that there was a high chance I might have messed this up. So I knew I could not afford to mess up AILET as well. So, like I said, I took all the mocks I had missed. I brushed up on my AR concepts. I just looked at some formulas and I kept practicing passages. That's it. Because what else can you do? GK I had already covered for CLAT, so I just kept on revising those notes, and that's all.
Yeah, so, what happens with most of these students because they are anxious, because they overthink about CLAT, they simply ignore AILET even in those last 7 days, and I think that happens with majority of the students. So, if you, I mean, how did you kept your mental, a balance that you have to focus on the NLU Delhi? Yeah, you said that because you ruined your CLAT exam, that's what you thought at that point in time. That acted as an additional incentive, but I'm sure there must have been, there may have been periods or moments in those 7 days when your mind got diverted towards CLAT. So how did you bring it back?
So there were a lot of moments, but I just kept telling myself that CLAT is over. I can't change it. I can't do anything about it. But what I can do is do well in this exam that's coming up. So that's all I kept telling myself.
So, during your preparation period, was there any time when you felt that you may not get into any top college, or maybe you may not get into these two, you may not be able to crack any of these two exams?
There were periods where I was disappointed with my mock performance in logical, especially, but I did not let myself think about the top colleges, honestly, because that was a rabbit hole I did not want to fall into because I overthink everything. So I had this mindset that it's not about whether I can do it or not, I have to make myself do it. So that's what I followed.
Simple attitude, follow the process, worry less about the outcome, and you look, I mean, for your age you look quite mature. I mean, this is something that people learn over the years. That's great. I'm sure that maybe the parents and the teachers, their influence has also acted on you. So will you like to, I mean, tell us something more about your environment, people who helped you during your preparation?
Yes, sir. So my mom was my biggest support system. Like she made everything so convenient for me, so I could just focus on these two exams. And even in that one week where we were so anxious about CLAT results, she just kept telling me, "It's okay. It's okay if you don't get in. It's okay if you get in. I'm with you, and we're going to focus on this next exam because that is also important." So she really helped me get my mind right. And in school, like I said, my study buddy Poorna Mishra, without her, I would not have done what I did. And we had this whole group of friends in our school who were also preparing for CLAT. So just talking to them, people who were going through the same thing, who had also experienced the same surprises, was really helpful. And my teachers, of course, they helped me balance boards and CLAT and AILET prep. Like they helped me with the notes, and they were very kind to me when I started missing classes, and their words of encouragement, of course. So I think this whole environment that's around me, it really helped me get here.
Absolutely. I mean, oftentimes we see that only the person who has been successful, we see the face of that person. But we all know that there is support system behind it. Somebody may be more prominent in that support system, one may be less prominent, but there has to be a proper environment. And really, you are saying that your teachers and parents, they helped you a lot. uh, yeah, so one thing that I will like to ask you is that there are several students who start off well, they do well, but somewhere down the line during the preparation they lose their esteem, and they they get demotivated, maybe because of the mock marks, maybe because of the distraction, maybe because of the pressure of class 12th along with the CLAT exam. So do you feel that there was something that you kept in mind which differentiated your strategy from others, and you kept your you intensity throughout your preparation? How were you different in your preparation from others? If you have something in mind, if you can think that, okay, this is a mistake that others made, and this is something right which I did.
I don't think there's any differentiating factor as such. Like everyone has those periods when we are demotivated because it's a long journey, and there's nothing definite
Exactly.
about it. Like the boards, competitive exams, they don't depend on you; they depend on how everyone else does. So for me, what was important was I had this really good peer group which was also going through the same thing, so we could just talk about it with each other, and that really helped boost our spirits up. I don't think there was anything else apart from that.
That is very important. I mean, you joined the online classes, as you said, but the best part was that you had someone to whom you can talk to, and you can release your disappointment, or when we are motivated, we want somebody to hear us out. I mean, we want to share that happy news with someone, so you had people around with you. And this is very important. Why I ask this question is because I see a lot of students losing out during losing out on the intensity in the last 2 3 months. So, students, those who are listening, this is very important. You need to find someone to whom you can talk. That person can be your friend, your teacher, your parent, anybody. But that support system has to be there, right? Adyasha, 2 3 messages for the future aspirant that you think they should focus upon during their CLAT preparation and the ELIT preparation.
First of all, do not expect anything from the paper. It is going to exceed or disappoint you. That doesn't matter, but it's not going to be as you expected. Second of all, it really okay, it's 50% of how you've prepared and 50% of how you deal with it on that day. As you're sitting in that exam hall, you need to form your strategy and it needs to be a good one, because your preparation can only get you half the way. The rest is what happens in that exam hall and how you keep your head on. And third, of course, please don't ignore GK. Please don't expect a paper like ours to come next year, because that's not going to be the case, is what I think. Again, don't expect anything, but please prepare for GK well.
Excellent. It has been great talking to you, Adyasha. I wish you all the best and many congratulations on your success. Please enjoy this moment. And I'm 100% sure that now your entire focus would be shifting towards your boards. And
Yes.
I think in February month, boards are start.
Yes, sir, February.
So all the best for that. And we really wish that you come out uh, and do well, all guns blazing in your boards exam also. All the best.
Thank you so much, sir.